So I am saying tonight, and I want to serve notice on the family of the Democratic Labour Party from this platform, that there is no certainty of my return to that Parliament with Ishmael Roy as Speaker of the House of Assembly. There's no certainty of that. A man who was elected in 1994 with less votes than cigarettes in a large pack of embassy, and I was elected with over 3,000 votes, could get up in the House of Assembly using the privileges of the Speaker of the House to say that he wants a standing order to stop people like me from taking my seat ever again. You understand what? You understand what power he wants? I have not been charged like Pandey with any criminal offense. All I did was walk out, and it is my right as a citizen of this country and as a proud Barbadian, if I am being unfair, to walk out and register my protest. Every night at football matches around Barbados, when our young people think they are being unfair, they have the right to walk off the field and lodge a protest. Cricket teams do it. Domino teams do it. People who object to referees being biased do it. So you mean to say that in the year 2007, the leader of a great party like the Democratic Labour Party got to sit down in the House and accept that kind of abuse? I am not accepting it. And even if I was not leader of this party, I want to tell you, I would not be accepting it. And I urge the other members of my party, we are going to meet tomorrow night, and we will let the public of Barbados know what our stance would be. But I want to say this to you. As far as I am concerned, the House of Assembly has been dissolved by the Democratic Labour Party, or in order to set a date for elections and let us get this thing over and done with. So, as far as I'm concerned, the work of this Parliament is over, because there is nothing more that they can do that will be in the interest of the people of Barbados. The Prime Minister left this country this weekend and went to Guyana, and when other Prime Ministers were fighting to get the cost of living down, what did he tell them? We got to wait on a study. There isn't much we can do about it. Let us analyze the problem more. So he has abandoned his responsibility not only to the people of Barbados, but as the chief Prime Minister responsible for the single market and economy in this country. He has said you cannot get prices down like that. Go home and check your light bill, because they said they were going to bring down the prices of electricity by way of a subsidy to the Barbados National Oil Company. They told you that the cost of living would come down as a result of expanding the basket of goods, and we on this platform told you this is a government of deception. Do not believe them. And you can go through every area of activity of this government. Liz Thompson is telling the country that you have dozens of oil companies only waiting to drill oil off of Barbados. Another statement and act of deception by this government. You have others, ministers, night after night on television. The Edutech project, the ABC highway, Maskell wants us to investigate it. Can you imagine that? The Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance is advising the opposition to investigate the ABC highway. The same man that said that the price of the highway was going to go, that said he could not explain why the price of the highway would go from $60 to $180 million, but he wants us to investigate it. The prison and those criminals associated with that company, all of whom should now be languishing up there with all of the other people who are at Dodds. Prominent politicians in the United States being in prison for 7 years and involved in the company that was building that prison at Dodds. The man who is building the highway here in Barbados is before the courts in England and Jamaica in relation to a project in Jamaica in which hundreds of thousands of dollars were paid to certain individuals, and you know the court officially calls it the Jamaica Kickback Agreement. If you read the judgment, you see the judge refers to the Jamaica Kickback Agreement. All of these people are now in bed with your government. And they are not bringing money here to do projects for Barbados. That is their money. What they are doing here, you and your children and your children's children will be paying for over the next 30 years. And certain members of the Barbados Labour Party and prominent individuals will be benefiting. But I don't stop there, because I know why that list was a problem. Because by Tuesday night, the Prime Minister of this country, who should not have had access to that correspondence, was calling people in Barbados, asking what I propose to say about the people on that list. Let me tell you who some of the people are. Rodney Wilkinson, Hallam Nichols, the late Johnny Cochran, who was on a plane with me to Miami and said certain things to me, not even knowing that I was a member of the Democratic Labour Party. I was an opposition leader then. But in due course, Owen Arthur will find out. The new Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance in Trinidad, Mr. Mariana Brown, or Senator Mariana Brown, or the Honorable Mariana Brown, or whatever his designation is now. I can give you the names. They probably won't bother you, but they're bothering the Prime Minister. He went as far as St. Lucia to find out from a friend of mine if they could call me and find out what I propose to say about those people. So that is what that exercise by Rohit was all about.